Welcome to the Tangents Podcast on this wonderful Saturday of what is it? The 22nd. Uh, when they're seeing this, it'll be the 28th or something, right?
I have no idea.
You don't know?
I can't count. I can't count.
Oh,
No good.
okay. When y'all are seeing this, it'll be the 28th, and the fall, and tomorrow, if you will, we will be filming our Halloween special. So for the few listeners we have, look forward to that. But welcome to the podcast.
That's on the
It's
29th.
just me and Milk
we're
today.
recording the
I know.
Halloweener. That's next
Oh,
time.
wait, will this episode go up the 28th? No, the one from last week will.
Yeah, the last one. This
So
episode
this will go up on the 4th.
Yeah, I'm putting this one in my pocket until we can do the Halloween one.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Okay, so yeah, it's just me and Milk today. Bordelon is either going to be late, or he's going to be
Tell him
or he's gonna not show up.
He's really doing.
No, because the viewers do not need to hear about internal strife.
Tell us
between
what
you
he's
two
really
fucking
doing.
idiots. So yeah, we're just doing what we always do, fellas. Just going on
The
stupid
reality
tangents.
is Bordelon disrespects me,
Oh my
Argus, and the viewers, which is probably the worst thing he can do.
Stop. I hope you guys liked that
doesn't
episode
care.
last week, though.
Yeah, that last episode was pretty cool. But
Yeah, hopefully we don't get sued by the History Channel. I will admit, I went in on that Childress guy a little too hard.
but
It's too
listen,
emotionally
Bordelon
invested.
doesn't like you viewers. You're hearing it from me first. He hates you guys.
Stop.
He doesn't think you guys should smile or laugh or have a good time.
Oh, my
He thinks
Lord.
you guys are at his whim. You're just piggy
don't
banks to it.
don't rope the viewers into y'all's weird, like, fucking sexually driven arguments. Okay,
You know,
we all know it's there.
You remember?
We
You remember
all
all
know
those
it's there.
beautiful letters you guys sent in, all those wonderful letters. I read every one of them first of all, but then
What? They said
took
letters?
all those
We don't
beautiful
have a
letters.
PO
to our
box.
to
We
my
don't have a
PO
PO box.
my
Stop
personal
lying.
one. Don't please don't.
Your
dox
PO
me.
send me your PO box. I want to send you something.
Another Rubik's cube. No, but listen.
No, a pipe bomb.
Yeah, send a letter bomb to me. No, but listen, Bordelon, he took some of those letters home with him, and he sent me a video of him ejaculating all over your letters, and he's like, "This is what I think of these pay pigs." That's what he called you. He called you all pay pigs.
Oh my god, dude, this is just slander.
So I want Bordelon off the podcast as a real host because he pissed me off
Oh my god.
one too many times, especially on the
Good
worst
Lord,
day possible.
guys. Good Lord.
I won't tell you what happened that in my day that was terrible, but
yeah.
let me just say this was not the day to piss
It's
me off,
probably not.
Bordelon.
Okay, I will admit.
I'm gonna bite you.
This is not the day that Milk should be trifled. We can trifle with him on any other day. Today of all days, though, no.
Any other day, I would have thought, okay, that's a little funny.
Because today is the day that his Mexican ancestors got fucked by those dumbass Texans at the Alamo. That's why
Yeah.
he's so mad today.
Is that what
His
I don't know.
his great grandfather Constantine Reyes of
Reyes.
some obscure little village that is now ran by the cartel in Mexico. He got killed
Yeah,
by
it's all run.
by
He got beheaded.
killed
Actually,
by-
he was the first one to be beheaded in the
he got
history
killed
of the
by
world.
he got killed by who was the guy? He was the famous dude. Davy Crockett, was that his name? Sure, we'll just run with that.
David Crockett.
Davy Crockett or David Crockett? I don't know. But he got killed by Davy Crockett at
Actually.
Huckleberry Finn. Oh, it was Davy Crockett. He got killed by Davy Crockett. It actually took quite a couple shots. Davy Crockett was a shit shot. I've also heard he's probably a racist. So,
Yeah. So what happened was,
so rest in peace to your great uncle Constantine Guadalupe Reyes.
So Constantine Guadalupe Reyes, he was actually a dead shot, and he actually killed Davy Crockett. But
He took his fucking head
upon
off.
his
That's what I
death,
heard.
Davy Crockett's chest opened like a robot, And out came Rumpelstiltskin. He's like, "What's my name?" And Constantine
Rumpelstiltskin.
Guadalupe Reyes never heard of such a thing, and he got the name wrong 3 times. And yeah, Rumpelstiltskin fucking ate him. So that's how he really died.
May he rest in peace. May he rest in peace. Got killed by them white devils.
How horrifying is Rumpelstiltskin?
I don't know what Rumpelstiltskin is, to be honest with you.
Rumpelstiltskin is a little man troll who like steals women's children.
No, let's look
And
at
then
that
he's
picture.
like, "What is my name?" And then,
yeah,
and then they guess wrong 3 times. He just eats them.
like Rumpelstiltskin. See, my only interaction with Rumpelstiltskin ever has been like Shrek.
Yes, he wasn't.
Somebody, dude, I looked up Rumpelstiltskin. It came up with a picture of them somebody comparing Dream to Rumpelstiltskin.
That's fucked
Okay,
up.
you know, we need to talk about that. That's what happened on the internet lately. Dream did a face reveal, and oh my god.
Poor
Within an
Dream.
hour, he's ugly was trending on Twitter. I saw this unfold before my eyes, dude.
He's the
It was
most
so
regular-looking
awful.
man I've ever seen. And people just started bombing on him for
Oh
nothing.
yeah, it was so bad. It was so bad. I saw memes of like corpse husbands saying, "Dude, within an hour, motherfucking, he's ugly was trending on Twitter. I'm never doing a fucking he's like, I'm never doing a face reveal."
That would definitely happen to me if there was a face reveal. They'd be like, "Ugh, this is the guy we've been listening to." They'd be like, "Gross." They throw up in their mouths. That's why hiding our faces is a favor to the audience. Unlike what Bordelon would do, which would, take all your money. Take all your money and your guns. Isn't that so fucked? Our Gus.
Yep, Gus here. Gus here.
Yeah, see, Argus agrees, Bordelon, you bitch.
Should we try and get through some of the backlog of topics we have just to see what we can?
I got a topic.
I will admit 90% of to the viewers. I will admit 90% of the topics that we actually have in the show notes are fucking bullshit. Like it's just us writing down random things that we
Are
think.
you saying obese women is not a topic?
I mean, I don't know about that. Some of them are serious, but like for example, light language,
Yeah,
and my other thing, lifted mobility chair.
You got
Though
a new
I will
one?
say, I saw a lifted mobility chair. It was incredible.
You got a new one?
No, fuck you. I'm not in a mobility chair. I'll have you know.
No, but you have a heart surgery scar and like tubes coming out of you and shit.
No.
You're like,
No.
so like, you ever seen Mad Max 3?
No.
There's like a little character called Master.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a big dude named Blaster. I'm Blaster, and you're little Master.
I'm not gonna Google it. I know it's gonna be something foul.
Look up Master Blaster.
No, I'm not gonna.
You're a little Master.
I swear to God, if you put a picture of him like up on the screen while you're editing this,
I wasn't going to, but now I am.
See, you know what? Reverse psychology. Listen, check this out, viewers. Reverse psychology. Milk doesn't edit the videos, so if you say something, if you do it like that, he'll actually edit them and make them better.
If you're like, I really, really hope you don't edit this down to 10 minutes. Then I will.
No one's asking you to edit it down. Nobody is asking you to edit it down to 10 minutes, you lazy bitch.
10-minute podcast was a great podcast. I think
10-minute podcast.
Perfectly. Yeah.
Never heard of that.
It was with Will Sasso, who was in the Three Stooges. He was the big fat guy.
Oh, okay.
It was with Brian Callen, who allegedly raped a woman.
Damn.
And
Let's
with
be honest, the
Chris
bitch is
D'Elia,
probably
who
lying. No, I'm kidding.
who-
No,
who groomed children.
I didn't actually mean that. That's a joke in all sense of the word.
Who?
Terrible joke. No, I said she's probably lying.
Hey, I didn't say that. But,
I said that, but it was a joke.
I gotta be
First and
honest.
foremost.
I think she's lying. I'm
Damn,
sorry, but I've heard the story, and there's no proof. What can I say? There's no proof of it.
It's a total joke. So
That's why I said allegedly.
So don't listen. Don't
It might
listen,
be
guys.
true.
Don't listen to me.
Maybe Brian Callen is a monstrous rapist who loves to
Yes,
fuck people by force.
Believe the victim. It's better to do it like that.
Maybe Brian
Better
Callen's an evil rapist who's much like Bill Cosby, but less.
Okay, let's be let's
Like
be perfectly
famous.
honest. Let's be perfectly honest. He's famous. So is it unreasonable to say he's most likely a piece of shit? No.
And he's a comedian, so you know
It's like
something's
it's like
wrong.
it's like you with the Paul brothers, right? You're like it's like you with the Paul brothers, right? Or at
Logan
least
Paul.
Logan. You just like you the Suicide Force thing just sealed the deal for you with him,
Yeah, it
which
was
is
that
perfectly
and
fine.
like
That's
tasing a
perfectly
dead
acceptable.
rat.
True. Yeah. Those two, they've always been super duper extra.
But you say, I mean, Jake Paul just seems like a bit of a douche. But honestly, I think if I met
Oh
him,
no,
he would
dude,
be nice.
Jake's a total douche. He's also like low key. I think he's kind of like this isn't like this is 100% a jab at his intelligence. Um, this is not at
Mhm.
all a jab about like this is straight. I'm just lunging for his intelligence. He honestly seems like kind of an idiot who doesn't think things through very efficiently.
No, but he's white though, so he can get away
especially
with it.
especially exactly especially in his music career, which is just terrible. Have you ever heard he made a diss track about teachers, right?
Yeah.
And in that diss track he said there's a lyric which he says my teacher never taught me shit, and then I'm paraphrasing of course,
Yeah.
and he says like didn't teach me how to buy a like why didn't you teach me how to buy a Lambo with cash or something, right?
Damn.
And it, everybody who has a lot of people are like, yeah, fuck teachers, they don't teach us shit, right? Like all the stupid 13-year-olds. And then I didn't find out about the song until recently. It's a pretty old song, but it's still honestly is a reflection of him in
A
my
banger.
opinion.
It's still a banger still to you.
Yeah, no. It's not a banger. His rap music career's always been shit. Um then and a lot of people were like, well, if your teacher knew how to buy a Lambo with cash, do you think your teacher would be a fucking teacher?
I could teach him how to buy a Lambo in cash if he gave you money for a Lambo.
I know exactly. And I'm like, dude, why are you making a song dissing teachers? You're fucking rich. You're like, my teacher didn't teach me shit. You were rich. It doesn't matter now. You became rich just like you
That's
always
true. They must have
wanted.
done something right.
And the other thing too is that like he's like my teacher always told me I'd never be shit. Bro, you grew up in the richest town in Ohio. He always likes to talk about how he was a landscaper or how he mowed lawns, and people who like knew him in high school and people who grew up in the same town
Yeah,
as
yeah, yeah.
him said, dude, when you mowed lawns, you were mowing the lawns of mansions. They were paying you hundreds of dollars
Damn.
just to mow their lawn. Well, like most landscapers, if they mowed my lawn, they'd only make like I don't know, $30, maybe 100
They make
at
like
at most. They don't make a ton, to be honest.
they make like I don't know, like $50, depending on how much the grass is and what they need.
Yeah, exactly. It depends on what service is, and it depends from customer to customer.
Yeah, it depends. Like they pay if you pay them to like blow you and like have sex with you, like have sex with your wife, then they can make way more. But
Oh yeah, yeah.
if you want to be a successful landscaper, guys, all you gotta do is bang the wife.
Oh, that we completely diverged from the original thing. No, I 100% believe most affluent people are fucking cunt. That's my belief. I'd rather be assume they're pieces of shit and be wrong than assume they're good people. Wrong.
I think most rich people are very nice and they should give me money. Actually,
Well, see, I'd love to think that too, but will they actually give you money?
if I bang their wife,
I mean, maybe. Do you have good dick?
hell no.
Well, then I doubt that. I mean, actually, then you know what? Actually, that actually might be a good way to get
Yeah,
them to give
if
you
they
money. Because if
if
you
you
if you give their wife bad dick, their bad dick pales in comparison.
yeah. If you guys want me to not satisfy your wife and leave her upset and a
Yeah,
little
and then
ticked
you
off,
come, and then the rich dude comes in and gives comparably just as bad dick, but it's a little better. So to her, she's like, "Oh, this is so much better."
yeah, I'm like the
Make their
prepper. I'm like your wingman.
You're the prepper. It has. No, I think I might have good dick. I don't know. I have no clue.
Prove it. Have sex with the audience. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm not gonna say yes. I'm not gonna say yes to that. because for all we know, there could be like some cringeworthy 13-year-olds watching this. If you're a cringeworthy 13-year-old, though, get the fuck out of here. I don't like you.
No, you should stay and actually tell all your friends.
Tell your older, more relatable friends.
Tell all your
Don't.
friends how cool milk
No,
is
I
and
don't.
how lame
No, I don't.
Bordelon is.
I don't want fucking. Okay, if you're a 13-year-old and you're not cringeworthy, stay, right? But if you're like one of those 13-year-olds that low key like on the side makes cringy ass like leafy clone commentary videos, get the fuck out
Oh.
of here. Leave. We don't want you.
Damn. I think it's a
Yeah,
little
you can't argue with
impossible
that.
to not be cringy when you're little,
True,
though.
true. It's more, I guess it's more the kids that have that and they don't grow out of it.
Yeah, like Bordelon or something.
Oh wow.
Like Bordelon or Argus or something.
I will 100%. I admit. I used to make those types of videos. They were really.
I'm cringe as I was
Really
cringe
stupid.
as hell. I still am.
Oh
I
yeah.
think. I don't
That's
make
the
them
yeah.
any cooler than I ever was.
This is true. It's most. You know what? Forget I said anything. 13-year-olds, stay around. Enjoy the podcast.
Yeah, I started watching porn, gay porn, hardcore gay porn when I was
Okay,
13.
we're not. Okay, if there's 13-year-olds, right? If there's 13-year-olds listening to this, cover your ears. I'm not. We don't want to get emails
I watch
from angry
BDSM.
moms.
I do. They're hot. If your mom's hot, let her email me.
Oh yeah, true. If your mom's hot and if your mom has a fat ass, report that to us and tell her to email us.
If your mom hasn't had bad dick in a long time.
Yeah, especially though if your email, have her email me, especially if your dad gives her bad dick. You know he does because you're an only child.
Yes. If you're
I'm sorry
an
to
only
break.
child,
Sorry
give
to
me
break
your
it.
mom's number.
Sorry to break it to you. If you're an only child, your dad probably has bad dick. So,
Yeah, or he suffered some terrible accident. Some terrible penile accident.
I mean, if he has good dick, he might also suffer a terrible accident that leaves him with no penis, where I can fill the void.
How would you break the news to your son that you had a penile accident?
Son, I got my
Yeah.
your
What's
dad
up, Dad?
got his dad got his little, his little friend stuck
Oh, you
in
mean your
the
toes?
stuck in the electrical socket. No, it's a little further up. Got his little
your
friend,
knees?
not friends, not no friend. His little friend stuck in the electrical socket.
Oh, your big hairy asshole.
Because it was a little, it's just a little how so wetter, so to speak, than your mom. And dad needs help.
Outlet?
dad, yeah, the outlet. Dad needs help.
I thought I saw that outlet squirting. I thought it was squirting at me, so I started stuffing my cock inside. I'm like, Dad, you're a fucking creep.
Dad, yeah. Your mom used to say that a lot. Yeah, too. So
Your mom used to walk in on me wearing her clothes and putting makeup on.
Gentlemen, if you put on makeup, if you wear a dress, own that shit.
Honey, are you wearing my underwear again? It's like all
No,
stretched out.
literally yeah, he's got a skirt on. Literally gets a shot of the skirt. Sees his balls sticking out one side.
He's got the cock on one side, the balls on the other.
Yeah, and he's just managed to kind of split them and shove them down two different, shove them out two different sides.
He's like, I call these the frog's eye. Got a fucking what the hell are we talking about?
I don't
What
know.
are we talking about?
I don't know. What do you want from me? We're just talking about cool shit, dude.
Yeah. Should have sex. Let us have sex with your hot moms, guys.
Yes. If you've
As a
got a hot
favor.
mom, let's have sex with her.
As a favor.
I need practice.
In return, we give you this podcast. All we ask is that your hot mom send me a titty pic.
Aren't you bi? So don't you want the dads and moms?
If your dad's a hot fucking cat girl, maybe.
Oh, but you said you're into more of the feminine guys, right?
Yeah. I don't. How many feminine guys actually have children? You think?
Not quite a couple. I have an English. I actually.
Is he feminine though?
Good question. I was about to say the English teacher I had, but he doesn't have kids yet, if I remember correctly.
Is he feminine?
Oh, 100%. Like, bro is a
He looks like
bro is definitely
Kristen
a
Stewart.
okay, like how would you say feminine? Like appearance
Girly.
wise,
He's
or is
girly.
he or like in terms of his mannerisms and demeanor?
Appearance.
Appearance? Oh yeah, yeah. He looks like a lot of ways. He looks in terms of appearance looks very feminine, and
Looks like Ellen DeGeneres.
dude, he kind of looks like a rather lean. He looks like a rather cut woman. You know,
What?
the dude's cut. Like the dude's cut. I can tell. I was able to tell.
Oh, when he was naked in front of you, showing
No,
his
oh
penis to
my
you.
fucking god. No, like
He's like,
the days
Argus,
no
your
no
report
no
card here
shut-
is pretty
the
bad.
day, the days he would the days like he wore like polo like you know a polo and like shorts. He's got very toned legs and you could just tell the bro's cut. Bro's a runner like shit like that.
When he had those
So
big juicy breasts, fake breasts
uh,
on. That
actually,
girdle.
not the fake ones, but like he's got big. He seemed to have. Oh god, this guy frequents the store I work at, so this is really weird.
He's gonna hear all of this. He's like, I'm not a fucking. You could feel the word
Dude,
that I was thinking of it.
the guy loves Hunger Games, if that's anything to go off of.
Oh, dude, this guy might as well be blowing guys right now.
Dude, no, he's got a wife, that's for sure.
So he can still blow guys with a wife.
Plenty
of guys.
all I know,
blowing
all I
guys
know
with
is that
a
he
wife.
definitely gets more pussy than me. That's for sure.
You don't know that. What if it's a sexless marriage? And that's why he's always frequenting your room, butt naked, showing his toned abs.
Fuck off! Shut up. That's gross.
He keeps showing you his toned abs. He's like, "What do you think?"
Yeah, you're fucking weird.
He starts flexing. What if he started flexing his muscles at you? He's like, "What do you think, Argus? Is this so cool?"
You know what? You know what? I think this is a great time to move on from that, and and we're gonna talk about the Modern Warfare 2 campaign. Spoiler free, of course.
Yes. Go ahead.
Spoiler free. So by now, by the time you're seeing this, Modern Warfare 2 will have fully released last week, because y'all are probably watching this on the 4th of November. So by then, Modern Warfare 2 would have been fully released. The time we're recording this, Modern Warfare 2's early access campaign started on the 20th. So people have had 2 days, basically 2.5 days now, I guess it's better to say, to play the campaign. I completed it in one sitting. And I must say, it was dope as shit. Hard. Shit goes hard. For all y'all that played, did you play Modern Warfare 2019, Milk?
Yes.
Did you play the campaign?
Yeah, I like the campaign.
Yeah, like I feel like most people in the community agree that and feel free to jump in on this, please. That with how the new Modern Warfares are going, it feels more like a movie at times.
Yes. I liked when they bombed that building. And all the people died.
Oh my god! But it feels more like a movie than it does. It feels like a very interesting action movie, or even at times a drama, rather than being a Call of Duty game. Like, and this same deal with Modern Warfare 2. Felt like a movie the whole time. Characters were dope as shit. I'm not gonna drop any of the new characters.
I don't know any of the characters, but I didn't really care about any of the characters. I just liked shooting things.
Yeah, Gaz is dope. Price is dope. I guess I'm not the biggest fan of this Price.
Is Price the English guy?
Yeah, well, there's a lot. They're all English guys. 141.
Why would we ever like?
Okay, different. Soap is Scottish. Gaz is British. And Price and Ghost are British.
Those damn English tricked us with a good campaign, trying to make us think that we like English people.
I also learned that the reason Gaz is called Gaz is because that's just a British thing. For example, if your name's Terry, they'll call you Tez. If your name is Barry, they'll call you Baz. If your name is Gary, they'll call you Gaz, or in this case, Garrick. So that's where he gets Gaz from. And that's an interesting segue. British people, y'all think y'all are way more complex than you really are. Your nicknames stem from literally taking 2 letters from somebody's name and putting a Z on the end of it.
I thought it was gonna be like from like Invader Zim, because there's Gaz in that too. Remember her?
Oh, maybe. I didn't watch Invader Zim too much.
Damn.
I know. I didn't like the kid. I didn't like the human kid.
Did? No one
I
likes him,
didn't.
dude.
Yeah, no. I feel like nobody likes him. Yeah, I get that. I feel like bro is literally sure. Maybe Invader Zim's invading, right? Bro's just a racist. Let's be honest here. Bro's just racist.
No, he's not. The fucking aliens are trying to conquer the world.
True, but like low key, he's just like be profiling him at times. Even in the few episodes I saw, I think there were a couple moments where Zim was just chilling, he's just not trying to be an evil little alien, and this stupid little weird white boy in a jacket is just like, I'm gonna kill you, just like, you racist.
Dib's not racist, dude. Dib is the last stand between
But no,
humanity
nobody
and destruction.
fucking no. Okay, Milk. You have an interesting way of always agreeing with the weird side. Let's be perfectly honest. So, opinion disregarded.
You're ugly when you lie, Dib.
Yeah,
You're ugly
opinion
when you lie,
disregarded.
Argus.
Back to Call of Duty. Shut the fuck up.
Why are you lying, dude?
I'm not lying. I thought that kid was stupid and I didn't like him. I'm being honest.
Then why are you ugly?
Why, fuck off. So
That's a joke
yeah,
from Invader Zim. He's like, why are you ugly? Why are you lie when you're ugly, Dib? He's
Call
like,
it,
I'm
call
not
it,
lying. It's like, then why are you ugly?
Call of Duty COD campaign, totally worth it. It was awesome as fuck. It's Modern Warfare 2, so y'all should understand. Anyone who's played the OG one should know at what happens at some point. I will say this: you're going to, even playing on regular difficulty is difficult. It's
wow.
like, yeah, I don't know what they did, but they cranked up the challenge for just the regular difficulty into space, and I'm scared to play the other. I'm scared to play hardened or veteran. I tried out realism for a mission; it was pretty neat. But like, yeah, I don't. I'm scared to try the other difficulties. Yeah, overall, wonderful, great
There's actually
campaign. I
an
really
Invader
liked
Zim
it.
cameo in that game. I heard.
I don't think so.
Where he comes
There were a
in
lot
and
of
starts
call.
lasering people.
There were a lot of callbacks though. There were a ton of callbacks
Invader
to no, fuck off. No, to the OG Modern Warfare's.
They got Gaz. They got Gur. They got Invader Zim.
They got gas. They got GER. They got invaded.
They got
What?
Div. They got fucking who else was in it?
Shut the fuck up.
They got the Almighty Tallest. They got fucking
God.
the Urkin Empire. I love Invader Zim. That's a great show.
I could tell you do. Maybe you should change your profile picture to Invader Zim.
Invader Zim moment. I'm gonna be the monkey from Invader Zim. The creepy.
Oh,
monkey,
I see
evil
your-
monkey.
I see you're on Stalker Gamma Discord. Do you play you a mean Stalker Gamma?
Oh, I suck at that game, but yes, I do. Play
Yeah.
it.
I haven't gotten too deep into it. Is it worth it? I mean, obviously, I think it's worth it on some level. I installed 300 fucking mods for it. Took me like 4 hours. So obviously,
it's definitely worth
it's
it.
kind of worth a damn.
It's definitely worth it. That game is. I mean, it's free. I mean, of course, it's gonna be worth it.
True, yeah.
It's a good game for free. Like, there's no reason not to at least try it once.
Did you see the Operator Drewski video on it and
Yeah.
and how they crashed the mod DB servers because so many people
Yep.
were trying to download all the mods.
I experienced that trying to download an update. I was like, why is this not working? But Stalker Gamma, dude. Oh man, it's so scary. It's too scary. But I've gotten. I'd say I'm like medium. Or just below medium level. If you can, you can call whatever levels, right? Like the level of my gear is like about medium. And I was planning on going after the Miracle Machine because I heard it's fucking spooky and hard. But
Yeah. It's Stalker's always been scary. Even Stalker Gamma is pretty scary. I've gotten the chimeras always scare the shit out of me because they just jump out of nowhere. They literally come out of nowhere.
Dude, the Psy suckers scare the fuck out of me, dude.
the controllers, they scare the shit out of me too,
Oh,
because it's
fuck
just
the
so sudden.
controllers as well.
It's just so sudden and violent, and it's just like, oh, it's so weird just to hear it in my head. It just like it. I don't know who did the
Hmm.
sound design for the controllers, because I'm almost guaranteed that Anomaly in general makes a ton of edits to the original Stalker,
Hmm.
Clear Sky, and whatever whichever one it is. So I already know that it's like, it's gonna be some kind of a. It's gonna be there's gonna be changes, and I think they changed the controller a little bit,
They made them
and
harder.
yeah, it's just like, holy shit, dude, it sounds like they're in my head.
Dude,
Literally
I
sounds like it's
call
in my
whenever I
head.
get that, I call it fat guy thoughts. I get fat guy thoughts in my head. He's like, eat donuts, get pegged. It's all evil things.
Donuts get pegged. So you're saying getting pegged is evil?
Yeah, yeah. He's like, get donuts, or he's like, or like he like
Yeah,
whispers, it's like, you love penis, you love penis, you love
and it's
penis.
creepy too. It's really creepy.
And he's like giggling and stuff. He's getting all horned up.
Oh yeah. It's so, yeah, dude. I spare no time just to mag dump that fucker every time I've seen him,
Yeah,
or every time I've even relatively sensed his presence.
the lurkers as well, like the ones that make those noises from Metro, the Metro games. Remember those things? The lurkers.
No,
They're
let
like
me
they're like
look him up.
big, like strong looking, like hyenas almost. I don't know what they are.
Let's.
They're just creepy monsters.
Oh, interesting.
Dude, they make scary
Yeah, I'm
ass
looking at
noises.
him.
I hate those noises because it reminds me of Metro. The Metro games. And Metro games are
I
equally fucking scary.
Yes, Metro games are masterpiece. Have you played Metro Exodus?
No, I never played Metro.
No.
I own it. I just never got around to
Oh,
playing it.
yeah. I'm. I haven't played in a couple months, but I bought Metro because it was on sale for like $30, so I
Hmm.
have it on Steam now. And I believe I still actually have it installed. I should move it to a different drive. Okay, unrelated. And it has been incredible.
Yep.
Just in short, it's been incredible. Metro Exodus. It's gorgeous. The narrative is really interesting to me. So and I got all the DLC too. So like after I complete the main story, I'll be able to dive right in to all the DLC and learn more about the universe and and about the characters.
I loved
So,
the first two. The first two Metro games were really fucking good.
uh,
And I love like
hmm
that. I love how weird it was the first time I played it because I just played it blindly. Like I was like, oh, I heard this
hmm
game was good. I just bought it. I had no
yeah,
idea what it was about. And when
uh-huh.
you get to the part of the tunnels where like it's like a war between the communists and the Nazis.
The red line and the something.
Yeah, and I was like, what the hell? And it's
hmm
such an interesting idea of like that's like old world politics resurfacing after an apocalypse.
Oh yeah, and it's just such an interesting world too. Especially, how far in have you gotten to
And then you can
Metro
see a
Exodus?
sexy lady's titties. Huh?
Yes, yes, yes. Shit, I forgot. Anya, I think is her name. She's hot. She's really hot. If you need any reason to play Metro Exodus, Anya, if that's her name, right?
Oh no, I never played Metro Exodus. I just played the old Metro games,
What's
the
that?
the first two.
It's Anna. It's Anna. So, I must say, Anna.
She's like,
If you
fuck
needed a
you, look
reason
at
to
my
play,
fucking tits.
if you needed a reason to play Metro Exodus, Anna in Last Light, she looks decent, right? Anna in
Hmm.
Anna in holy shit, bro. Anna
What?
in the in Metro Exodus is hot as fuck, bro.
She's like,
It's
look,
not even
Akio, my
funny.
fucking
Like,
titties
bro,
are out.
she wears this like old style like Russian, the Russian,
Yeah, yeah, like
blue and white
the
striped
Japanese
tank top and
the
shit like
Japanese
that.
like
No,
underwear,
not
the striped underwear,
that's a weird way to characterize, but sure.
but as a shirt.
But like it's actually the standard like undershirt for the Russian army.
Uh
If you
huh.
didn't know that, she looks good as fuck in that. So if you need any reason to play Metro Exodus, Anna is hot as fuck, and
It's actually the standard
yeah.
Japanese panties.
I wish I could I wish I could nail her, but I can't because she's fake and she's not real.
You don't know that. Have you been to Russia?
I mean, yeah, true, true. She might be out there.
Russians are so hot, dude. I've seen so many hot
Uh,
Russian ladies.
uh,
Mm.
I,
I'd say about 90% of all Russian chicks are hot, dude. That's how,
yeah,
because
I
they,
suppose. Now,
nobody's
see,
fat because they're all
see now,
starving. But
see now, see now, if I could find a Russian girl that looked like Anna, or at least had the short hair and was built like her, oh, it's done for. It's done for.
if any Russian woman listens to this podcast,
That's gonna be one mixed black and Russian baby, bro. I'm not even kidding.
there's black people
Oh
in
fuck,
Russia.
man. There is, but I doubt there's like what black Russians make up like only not even like
Like 2%.
10% of the population.
They
There's
like
like
two.
only
There's like two black Russians in all of Russia, actually.
nah.
You could be the third.
No, there's like dude, it's such a small percentage of the whole total
And you
population.
better have a big penis, because if you don't, dude, this is gonna be sad. It's gonna be a sad day because you're
We're
representing.
out of America.
That's 1/3 of black people
Out of yeah,
in
true.
all of Russia have a small penis. If you go there,
Out of the 144.1 million Russians, there are only 30,000 of them as of 2013 are Afro-Russian.
wow.
So, yeah, dude, to say that Afro-Russians are a minority is such an understatement. Only 30,000 out of nearly 150 million. That's insane, bro.
Russia,
I mean, who
number
knows?
one.
Who knows? Depending on how this war in Ukraine goes, there might be a severe downturn in the Russian population.
What do you mean they're gonna lose?
Stop the war in Ukraine. We should make jokes. Actually, no, we're gonna make jokes about it. Fuck
Hurry up and win, damn it!
it. Yeah, guys, literally just
I'm joking.
no clip into the Kremlin and shoot Putin, and the war's over.
No, I'm joking. I don't really give a shit who wins or loses. To be quite frank, I don't want to get into a foreign nation's politics. It's up to them.
True. I don't. True. It's at the end of the day, like when the war started, a lot of people. The war started when I was still in high school, and I'm in college now. Holy shit.
Mhm.
The war started in my senior year, and it was interesting because one, I watched the invasion begin the night that night, and then also I had people were talking about, oh, we need to go over there and help them, and my first thought was we do not need to send our young men
It's a
and
terrible
women
idea.
over there. Oh, one sec.
It's a terrible idea because
No, we don't.
why
We don't need to.
why risk, like, going to war outright with Russia?
Yeah,
You know?
that
It's
and
fucked up.
why do we have?
It's not our fight.
Why? How is it fair to? How is it fair to? And it's I don't want to. This isn't a political podcast, but what I will say is the inconsistencies that we have seen in terms of debate over should the U.S. be involved directly in the Russia-Ukraine conflict has been nothing short of hypocritical. Because on one side, when our former president was in office, people, if we had gotten involved, would have praised him. And now those same people who would have praised our former president if he had gotten involved are now condemning our current president for being involved in the first place, which is just logically inconsistent. And but no surprise about that. But this isn't a political podcast, so that's all I'm gonna say. But I don't think that we should send young Americans to die in somebody else's war.
We just send
Because
like
at the end
about
of
a
the day,
billion
it's not our
bombs on
fight.
top of Ukraine alone, and then just say, "Hey, we helped."
Yeah.
Hey, Ukraine, we helped, guys.
It's not our.
And then Ukraine's
But
like,
with
"Why
that
did you
being
guys?
said,
Why'd you bomb all of us, the entire Ukraine guys?" Say, well, that's not helping.
if if we and the other thing though at the same time, if we do go to, if it does happen and we do decide to send getting directly involved, and they're like, oh, fuck it, we're starting the draft, my ass won't be drafted. I'm a college student, so I'm exempt because I am pursuing education. So if you want to stay out of the draft, listeners, go to college.
Yeah, if we go to war with Russia, everybody better build a bomb shelter and get a bunch of canned food because they're gonna drop bombs on us. You know,
Hmm.
if you want to risk nuclear war because Russia
Yeah,
feels like there's Nazis, you're an idiot.
it's yeah, and it's somebody some people might identify this as
Stupid people
somebody
talking.
might no somebody some people might say with this quote which I'm about to say. Some people might characterize it as as a very broad and bold misrepresentation of what war actually is, but I'm gonna say it anyway because in my opinion, I personally believe it reigns true.
You think
And I'm
war
gonna
is
quote
cool?
Nick. No, I'm gonna quote Nico Bellic from GTA 5. Um, he said, "War is where the old and bitter, or is where the young and stupid are tricked into killing each other by the old and bitter."
It's true.
Um, some people might say that's a mischaracterization of war itself, what war actually is. I don't think so, because at the end of the day, young men and women across the world, from the United States especially, die or lose limbs, lose friends every day, and are sent
Mm-hmm.
into harm's way every day because politicians that have been serving since Reagan still think that these parts of the world are in need of American intervention, or need to have
Mm-hmm.
bombs dropped on them. So
War happens
I don't think
because it's
I
easier
think in
to
a lot of
have a
ways
war
it's
than not have one.
true, and I don't think in a lot of ways I don't think in a lot of ways it's fucking worth it. Especially since, at the end of the day, you're a soldier. You have no choice if you go or not.
Yeah.
So,
Or
so
you
that's
can
my
like
thought. That's
escape,
my thought.
kill your sergeants, and escape.
Hmm. But then you go to prison and you probably get executed. So
Yeah, but at least you
best way, to, true.
can't.
Best way, yeah. So yeah. At the end of the day, old people fucking suck. Uh, Politicians have been serving for 20 plus have been serving in our government for 30 plus years.
Hmm.
Do not operate in the interest of us. They operate in their own self interest, and they fucking
Politicians
suck.
are so inept they can't understand.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, so inept. So you cannot understand. You cannot begin to believe how out of touch 90% of these guys are.
Hmm.
Like they're so out of touch with reality. Like politicians will say, back when I was growing up, the American, you could buy a house. And you could buy a house with hard work. Nobody wants to work. That's why nobody can buy houses anymore. Not just like, or maybe you grew up in the fucking 50s. You grew up in the fucking 50s. Where you could move out at fucking you like were born in a time where wages weren't stagnant.
Hmm.
You know, maybe that's why you were able to do that.
Maybe this is all just a symptom of all of your generation's bad decisions.
Yeah, like literally, literally, you're so right. Literally, so out of touch. It's unbelievable. Like they talk, like complain about inflation, right? You say people like the inflation's out of control,
Hmm.
and we're like, well, yeah, inflation's out of control. That does suck. So like maybe we should really look at what inflation could cause. Maybe why young people are never are going to struggle to buy homes in the future because wages are stagnant. They're like, no, 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 no. Like inflation's happening, but they don't want to look at all of it, and they don't want to do anything about it. Like that out of touch.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Why come? I ain't got no money.
and then young people are expected to have children with like they can barely support themselves. Like
Why
we
come
need
my
to add to
balls ain't dropped? Why
like
come
we need to
inflation is sexy? Why come I love pregnant women?
we need to stop inflation. Well, here are a couple ways
Who
we could
said
do
why
that.
come?
That's socialism. Like stop complaining about it. We're not gonna solve it.
Who said why come?
So funny.
Who was the person that said why come the first
That was
time?
you. I remember Kamala Harris went to Guam and told immigrants don't come, and then Donald Trump, it's the meme. It's like I'm about to come.
I'm gonna come.
Yeah, I'm gonna come.
Yeah.
But that I did see that meme, and I was like, dude, why are you in Guam saying that? Your Guaminians are fucking American citizens.
Why come I ain't got no money?
Yeah, don't come. I'm gonna come.
Why come my balls be stinky?
Look, I will admit, balls are probably the most stinky, or like probably the most
Probably yours
nastiest
because you dip
smelling
them in
shit on the
shit and
planet.
piss. Your balls
What the?
actually dunk into the toilet. You don't even care. Whatever you
Yeah,
poop.
that's yeah, that's how my balls just hang low.
How loose are your balls?
Depends on the day.
Let's say the hottest day of the year.
Hottest day of the year. Oh, low as fuck, dude.
How low?
But your balls are supposed to do that.
No, but how low though?
I don't know how low. I
You
just
never
know low
measured
as shit.
from like your thigh.
No, uh, no, I've never thought about measuring my
Down
balls.
to your knees.
No, I don't know.
How
Maybe
about
like
me and you go into a
it
sauna?
it really depends, bro. It really depends.
But me and you go into a sweaty sauna.
Okay,
for
then
an
how
hour.
long is your fucking penis? How long is your fucking cock?
My penis is tiny as shit, bro.
Are you a grower or a shower?
I'm probably a grower. My penis looks.
I'm
way
a grower.
smaller
I'm a
Your
grower
balls
too.
get hard?
I'm
before it's
100%
hard.
agree. Do your balls get hard?
My
Are
balls do get hard. They're high and tight.
are your balls getting hard, Bordelon?
My balls so hard.
Yeah, sorry, listeners. He just walked into the room.
Yeah,
Just
he just
like
walked in.
he put his arms up. And he was like, "Hey, my guys," and we're just
He
staring at
decided
him
that
like
hey,
you're
maybe
late.
maybe I'll throw these dumbass viewers a bone. That's what he decided.
Yeah, we're just like you're late.
Now to get you more views, I will now continue to fall asleep on the podcast.
He decided that hey, maybe I should show up for the podcast that I'm supposed to be responsible for.
So wait, you said your balls get hard, right, Bordelon?
My balls are high and tight.
That sounds like
It's
scar
only-
tissue.
only
I
when
think
it's
you might need.
cold.
I think you might need to get that checked
Yeah,
out.
are your balls,
But you just
do your balls hang low, Borlon?
You have spiked balls, son.
Dude,
Uh-huh.
again, it depends on the temperature. If there's literally people, this is the joke I really like to say, but it's also just correct. Men's balls are affected by the weather, dude. Yeah, they just
let me
are.
tell you why I'm asking this question. Because my balls, when even on the hottest day, they never even drop that low at all. You know, they're way up. They're way up. They're high and tight.
Mm.
My balls never.
I'm
recede
definitely
up
a
to
grower.
my-
I'll say this.
knees.
I'll say this. No hesitancy. I'm definitely a grower.
Prove it.
In your balls.
Show the
Yes,
Yeah,
evidence.
you want me to? Yeah, I'll be sure to send you a video of me getting hard later.
Prove it by
All right,
sitting in
guys,
your
here's
desk and
me. I
going like.
just saw a pair of tits. Whoop, there it goes.
Prove it by sitting at your desk and saying, "Can I masturbate in front of you?" And then the viewer's like, yeah, haha," and then you do it.
Right now, show it, and then we'll tell the viewers what we see.
Yeah, it's just to stand up and drop my pants right in front of
here,
y'all.
Here, August, here, I'm helping you. Here's like,
Get your hands away from my cock, bro.
It's gonna look at that video of like you
here's
with like your
here's
huge
big
penis
Asian
out.
titties.
This is sexual assault.
Remember that,
Here's big
Argus?
Asian titties. Look at this, Argus. All right, milk.
I'm not getting hard, dude. I think I might be gay.
I can barely hear you, dude.
All right, we're watching. Oh,
I
here it
can
comes.
barely
It's like
hear
a
you.
flower in bloom. Look at this thing. It's growing.
We're in bloom.
Chia pet.
It's like a chia
Bloom.
pet. So it's going up
also,
very
Borlon,
slowly then.
you're demoted to guest host
Oh my god. Please
Like I
no.
always was, to be honest.
because you pissed me off on the wrong day, friend. You
This is
pissed
what
me
full-time
off.
we're talking about.
I can't discuss it on the podcast, but you pissed me off. Know that.
It's not,
Know that you.
it's not
A
special.
woman scorned is not
Are
to
you
be
gonna shit?
trifled
Are you gonna
with.
come a little bit, dude?
I mean, whatever.
You gonna shit and come a little bit, dude?
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, and right now I'm the woman scorned. Okay.
Hell have. There's no way you just said that. That was so cringe.
You want me to discuss my
You never heard
topic?
that saying?
Yes, and I hate it. It's so stupid.
What about
My
hell hath
topic?
no fury like a furry scorned? Is that
It's like
better?
okay, it's like those really cringy like TikTok military special forces editors who like quoting like weird ass shit to like like they'll say like the enemy of the enemy of my enemy is my friend Sun Tzu, and I'm like, dude, you just like unironically quoted fucking just unironic. You literally just, like, dude, you just unironically quoted fucking Sun Tzu watching over a video
Hey,
of
man.
like some American CIA
It's not their
like fucking
fault that
American
you're
CIA officer
unintelligent.
literally cutting a deal with a fucking terrorist.
Listen,
Like,
it's not
dude,
their fault.
like,
You're
bro.
unintelligent, Argus. Don't get mad at
It's
people's
like,
high
oh yeah, I'm not.
vocabulary.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm not big brained enough. You're right. Fuck.
You complain about Kermit the Frog.
I don't go,
And
dude.
then
This
you
is
come
such
on
the, this is the dumbest joke. This is the dumbest joke on this whole podcast.
You say how Kermit the
Y'all want
Frog
me
is
to
a
talk about my
frog ass
topic or
bitch.
no?
Kermit the Frog
We
is a
can't even hear
frog
you.
ass bitch.
Bordelon, get close to your mic.
I will not. I have to remove a rib cage in order to get that close to my penis.
What the
Dude.
hell are you talking about?
Do you want me to talk about it?
I don't know what
So
you're
wait, do
talking
you do?
about.
So wait,
I'm
are you
pissed
saying that
off
you
at
do auto
alright?
fellatio?
It's the top. The topic was.
Why are
was,
you? Why did you decide to play Star Citizen instead of be on the podcast? Is that the
The
topic?
state of
I watched.
the state of Star Citizen.
Oh, you watched
Edge
Edge Runners.
Oh yeah, what'd you think?
So, I made predictions before I watched it. I was like,
Spoilers
I feel
ahead.
Yep.
yes, I feel like I
Spoilers
knew
ahead.
what was gonna happen, but there was a few parts that I was wrong about.
Milk
First thing-
timestamp those. Sorry, so we
Yeah,
know,
that's-
so we
I
can
might
like put
timestamp
a
it.
spoilers. So you can put a spoiler warning.
So
Actually,
so
how long
I-
has Edge Runners been out for? Sorry, I'm just trying to figure something out. Give me a
It's
sec.
been like
we don't really know how.
2 months.
Oh, 2 months. Oh, if you haven't seen it by now, it's on Netflix, guys. Who doesn't have Netflix?
Yeah, you guys are just
okay,
fucking broke.
okay, fuck yeah, fuck it, fuck all those poor, fuck all those poor bitches. Let's go.
Damn, dude.
So I was right about it being hastily made, as in like the plot is sped up.
Oh yeah, the pacing the pacing's really quick. I will admit that,
I feel like that
Like-
was on
like-
purpose, though.
but it's not bad. It's the pacing's not bad, in my
No,
opinion.
the reason they did it is because they have the creative talent. It's just they're not given the money enough to have like a whole long series.
True. I don't think they were expecting
No.
it to do as well as it did.
I think they did that on purpose so they could get into the meat of what happens. I think it was purposely made to be like super like quick.
It
But,
couldn't be. Reason why is because it was. If they really wanted more, they wouldn't have done to the main character what they did, or a couple of other characters.
No,
Well, no,
what the
see,
hell are you talking about?
that is the point of the cyberpunk universe, though. That's ultimately what they were trying to say.
I see what's happening.
Yeah.
So Bordelon is an idiot.
Hold
Okay.
on, wait,
What?
there's more.
Now it's
There's
coming
more.
together. Go ahead.
All right, there was one thing I didn't expect. I was most likely wrong about. I was expecting like more individuality, as in like more characters like moving and talking.
Mm-hmm. Like the
Uh,
animations
like-
felt still sometimes, right?
Yes, and it reminded me. I was like, it's kind of like that in the game too, because it's an NPC. You don't expect him to have much intelligence and do human shit. And he would be walking around the city, and then you would see these people like doing their own shit, and it's like out of line, but it's also the same thing that happened in the game. So, and I thought that was an interesting revelation.
Oh, you meant talking like how people were jerking off in the street and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
I
yeah,
never
it's,
saw that in the game, but I'm sure that was like it was basically the same thing. It was like people just walking around.
Well, it's. I
doing
think
their
it.
shit.
I think in the case of Edge Runners, though, Edge Runners
Well, that
was
done on
like
purpose.
Edge Runners made Night City feel more alive than Cyberpunk 2077 ever did.
Yep.
Yes. Now I remember that. That is a thing. I kind of felt that as well. Another thing was, it was the gangs. Like I didn't expect them to involve too many gangs. I was only expecting like
Mhm.
a few. I got a
And they-
little hopeful. Well, once I saw like a few more than what I expected, I got a little hopeful to see, the nomads, any of the nomads, for that matter.
They had. Who were they? Who was the other? The Maelstroms. They had the Maelstroms. They had the
Maelstrom.
Voodoo Boys.
They had the Japanese ones.
Oh, the Tiger
You
Claws.
say that, and I even forgot the name too. I was like, wow, they're like super hardcore Japanese
Yeah,
crazy
Tiger
guys.
Claws.
Yeah, the Tiger
Tiger
Claws.
Claws, yes.
They had the
and then
animals.
yes.
They even included Wakako for like, even though it was kind of a cameo. But like
Mhm.
the other thing too is that for
Padre.
that, yeah, I
And
could
Rogue.
tell. Did they include Rogue?
Yeah. She was like the old lady in fucking the
Yeah,
bar.
she gave a thumbs up to Rebecca when she had to get
She's
involved.
like, nice, and then she started fingering
Oh,
Rebecca
that was
hard.
Rogue.
She started fingering the shit out of Rebecca.
I don't know why
She
I
squirted everywhere.
I don't know why I thought her name was Claire for a second there. I was like, oh, that's like that. That's what fucking Claire.
Claire,
Dude,
Claire's the
Rebecca's hot as
bartender.
fuck.
Claire was the
Um,
bartender in that bar.
Oh, in the
I
afterlife, yeah.
was trying to look out for that. I was trying to hope. I was like, do we still have that transgender bartender in there?
Oh yeah, is Claire trans?
She
Yes,
is.
Claire's trans. Former
I do.
man, now woman.
I
I
didn't know
noticed
that.
that she had. I noticed that Claire had a trans flag on her car, but I figured it was like, oh, she's just she's a bomb ass bitch. She's an ally.
I knew that. I
No,
knew
she
that
even says
her
that she's
missions were
trans.
awful and I hated them. That's what I knew about Claire. That's why I ignore her all the time.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I,
She even said that she met her husband before she transitioned, and that he
mm,
actually loved her even more.
Before her penis fell off by accident.
Yeah.
dude, honestly, so the Edge Runners was interesting because you can kind of tell that Studio Trigger was trying to stick as close as possible to the source material.
Mm-hmm.
Like Max Tack like Max Tack was accurate. The Maelstroms were accurate. I mean, even though they kind of had their own kind of little interesting flair to it. But I think this is a Trigger thing. So Maelstrom looked accurate. The Voodoo Boys, or at least the like some kind of gang in the Pacifica, looked accurate, and
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
was all really
Can I say
good.
something about
Main's death fucked me up
what
though.
you said about the pacing, Bordelon?
Yeah.
I don't think they did that just because they had like no money or whatever. I think they gave them enough money to make exactly like how many episodes they wanted. So that's why the story was like made to be very like quick. But I think it clashed sometimes with the animation because I like what I said before when I talked about Edge Runners was that the animation would feel kind of still, kind of like a GIF almost. Like there wasn't enough like animation like put into like some scenes.
Like those moments when they would repeat a scene when somebody dies.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Or one of the shots towards the end of the show is when David and Rebecca are in Pacifica and they're just like killing a bunch of voodoo boys, and it's literally just kind of a weird panning shot, but it's like it's the same animation getting played over and over
yeah, yeah,
again.
yeah.
Or when Rebecca shoots that one bitch and she's just like tumbling, but Rebecca, it doesn't even look like there. The background looked like not very honestly looked terrible, and they're just kind of walking through like in on the air, kind of. I will admit that was
Yeah, but
That
I
reminded
think
me.
interesting, but I think that was mostly a stylistic choice, though.
no wait, hold on, I'm not done yet. Hold on.
Oh,
Yeah,
Apologies.
sorry.
So I think because the animation would be kind of still in some scenes, it felt weird compared to the plot. So like if all the scenes were like super high energy, lots of like crazy animation and shit, I feel like it would have been way better for like the pacing of the story. Because like the fast pace of the story clashing with like the slow paced nature of the animation kind of made it not feel correct. If you know what I
Mhm.
mean. It just didn't feel right.
I
Whereas
think
like
it, I
something like
think
an
it,
anime like FLCL, which is like fucking super quick, 12 episodes, or not, I think it's like 6 episodes long, like super quick story and super
What?
amazing like bouncy animation. I think it was really great.
I think
What?
regardless of that, though, Trigger did a really good job overall.
No, yeah, yeah, they have great art.
It was good. I won't deny it. What was the name of that anime? You remember that guy from Gurren Lagann, the blue haired guy?
Kamina
No, I never watched
Okay,
that.
you
or
remember how
Simone.
they made a whole new universe anime, and that the main character looked exactly like him,
Was he naked?
from the chest up. Yes.
Was he naked
Oh yeah,
down
that's
down
Kamina.
though?
No, that
Well, what was the name of that anime?
I don't know what you're
I don't know.
talking
I don't know what
about.
you're talking about either.
It was like Pyromania or some shit. I forgot. But so the style of anime reminded me for Edge Runners. It reminded me of exactly like that, where it's like they
What's it about?
it's basically like all these people have like the power of like they're all pyrokinetics,
Oh, you
and
mean Firefall?
No, not Fire
no,
Force. I feel like I know what you're talking about though.
Well, you said pyrokinetics, so
You
that
said
makes
they
me
have
think
pyrokinetics. I
control
was
of
like,
Firefall.
they
damn,
have
that
control
sounds
of their
so familiar.
personality, but they're outcasted from society.
What the fuck? I know what you're talking about
Have
now.
control
I
of
don't
their
know what it's
And
person.
called either.
and then Kamina kisses a guy.
There's like a scene like on a roof like where he has like a fight with like some lady, right?
No,
No.
that's actually a guy.
Okay.
That is actually a guy
Oh,
he's fighting with.
Wait,
It
you
looks
said-
like
It
a
looks like a
girl.
woman.
So they use fire powers, but it's not fire force.
It's not It's not like literal like pyromancy. It's like something. They just call it pyrokinetics, I think.
No. It's pyrokinetics. They don't call it pyrokinetics, but it is pyrokinetics. They have the power of fire.
I thought there was more powers. I don't remember.
No.
I don't remember enough to recall
No.
even
You're
the
probably
name.
thinking of the ice.
Okay.
There's like a squad dedicated to putting these people down, and they shoot ice bullets to suppress them.
What about that anime where like they have gay sex with the tentacle monster? Remember watching
That's
that?
I don't think that's an anime. I
One.
think that's literally
That's
just
every single
hentai. But I think you
But,
found yourself on Hentai Haven, dude.
That's
about-
the style. Another thing about the Edge Runners that I was expecting was for them to introduce at least one legend from the lore. It
A
doesn't
Night
ma-
City
doesn't matter who
legend.
it was. It could have been Johnny. It could have been
Morgan Blackhand.
I'm forgetting names. I don't know why I'm forgetting names. I'm so good at this. But
Well, I mean, they did
Oh,
though.
Mr. Stinky. He could have been in it.
But they
Yeah,
did
he could've been
introduce
in it, huh?
they did introduce a Night City legend.
No,
Yeah.
they did. They did.
Yeah, they did. Adam Smasher. He's a Night
Yes.
City legend.
What about
That was
I
Gabe?
was expecting them. I was expecting it to like be on par with how they are portrayed in the series.
I think Adam Smasher was done pretty well.
What about Gabe
He was done
Martinez?
pretty well. I was right about that. He actually, any of his lines sounded exactly like him.
Oh yeah, I think they got the same guy.
What about Rebecca? What'd you think about her?
Rebecca, she's hot.
Bordelon?
What? How do I feel about her dying?
How do you feel about her just in general?
In general, her death. Yeah, I wasn't too happy. Wasn't too
Well, I mean,
stoked.
yeah. I mean, she was
She's also hot.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the
David
time when
doesn't.
she turned into
David
a
didn't know
lizard?
what he was missing, bro. David did not know what he was missing.
No, I
You coulda
remember
had
you
that.
saying, Argus, that she did a lot for David. And I was paying attention to that. I was like, oh, let me keep track of what she's
Well,
done.
see that.
You
See,
see
that's
how
right.
Track of her
stupid
pussy.
he is.
yeah.
Like,
No,
where is her
so-
pussy in
No,
general
I know.
around him?
I know what you're talking about because yeah, my issue, like yeah, sure, you know, Maine and Doria's death really fucked with David, and it definitely fucked with Lucy. But Lucy's solution was literally just to completely disengage from her literal boyfriend,
Mhm.
No, that was
and
not it.
Her boyf.
and which I mean she's got her own issues, right? She's got trauma, so
No,
it's
that
fine
was
if
not
she's-
it.
what are you talking about? I was
That
saying why
never- no,
why
she was
Lucy
not
annoyed me at
traumatized by
the
it. She even said she was willing to cut her losses. The reason why she wasn't coming back was because she had to protect David. She was doing net running constantly to cut
yeah.
the blood trail from David because he was a
A
temporary
target,
subject because of Tanaka, huh?
Yeah, he's a target from Arasaka. That's
Yes.
that doesn't disprove what Argus said. It's still true. Just her saying that I'm not traumatized. I'm just cutting my losses, man.
Well,
That
yeah,
is-
I
that is
guess she was-
trauma, just avoidance of it.
Yeah, but
Instead of
whatever. It's fine. I
curing
mean,
him in.
he could. Well, let's be honest. David could have had them both. He could have had them both.
Yeah, he could have banged the hot loli, and then he could have you
What's
know,
y'all thoughts on Kiwi?
Kiwi's hot
No.
as fuck.
Yeah, Kiwi's fine as fuck, bro.
No. No. I mean, once Maine punched her mask off, and like I saw no mouth, I was like,
Dude, bro,
might
imagine the
have,
things. Dude, imagine the things that could do for you, bro.
it was
Bro,
all
you
metal.
get-
What do you mean?
Bro,
it was all metal.
you can get attachments, bro.
That's like she could put a flashlight in there.
It's like getting perks. It's like getting perks in Call of Duty, bro.
What kind of cyberware would you
Really?
guys get?
Huh?
What kind of cyberware would you guys get?
Honestly, I don't know.
It will based off the show. It has to be something that you're compatible with. It can't just be like, oh, I want this. It's like
One sec, Dante.
What if
you can't just say I want a huge penis. Well, then like you get a big penis, and now you're a cyber psycho, and you're fucking everybody you meet.
all right, what if you got an extra long pinky that you can furl and unfurl?
Why do you always say this?
Dude, he wants a
He
really
really
dope ass
wants that.
penis.
What was that techie kit? It was they called it the techie kit. It was what Pilar had. It was really long pinky,
Mm-hmm.
really long fingers.
you know the
But I
you know
only want the
you
pinky.
know
I don't want the hand.
you know that video of the guy flipping off his homie? He's got a really long finger.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
that. It's like that's what Pilar
He did too
had.
several times.
Dude, Pilar got killed so quick. It honestly surprised me.
It was the worst. That was the worst death, honestly. It was just like
Pilar's
whole
dead. I
pussy
mean,
man.
I didn't really like Pilar all that much, so it didn't really mess with me.
Pilar
It
moment.
was more mains that really hurt, that really messed with me.
Yeah,
I
that
thought
was
Maine was kind of a
sad.
dickhead, to be honest with you.
Main.
I feel like
Dean
I
Main
feel
was
like he
not the
was just
best leader, that's for
yeah, he was a
sure.
terrible leader and he was a terrible
And like,
boyfriend.
and it's like it's but the thing is too is that Main's like kind of tragic also because it's like it's just like every other person, right? It's like
Got
he's like I'm not
molested.
gonna I'm not gonna become a cyber psych,
Mm-hmm.
and he still became one. Same deal with David, or he was close.
And everybody was
Sad.
like, no
He
shit, that
even
happened.
came to say goodbye to David. That was so fucking sad. And then David's like, I know you're not that bad off. I'm here for you. And even though they just had a fight, that was sad.
Yeah, and then David started having sex with his dead body, which was creepy.
What?
Yeah, he got like a bunch of
Fucking
his
Fucking
gloves
weirdo.
and shoved his penis into it. You didn't see that? You guys need to rewatch it, I think.
Shut up.
There's that part where Rebecca
No.
turns into a lizard woman at the end too. She gets like squished into like a tiny little gopher hole, and then she meets a bunch of lizard
What?
people.
How the fuck did you come up with that?
You don't remember this when Adam Smasher stomps on her? He fucking bounces his big beautiful buttocks all over Rebecca, right? And much like whack-a-mole, she put like 1,000,000 miles down into the earth, and she meets lizard people.
Well, it's actually under the corporate plaza.
Yeah, but it's actually 1,000,000,000 miles into like the Earth's mantle, and she meets lizard people. You remember this?
She goes to be with her kind.
And they transform her into a beautiful lizard queen. The end. Good ending. That's a good ending of Edge Runners.
Honestly, yeah, Rebecca didn't deserve that though.
Yeah.
She's too hot for this world.
And also, David gets crucified on the moon.
That was pretty funny.
I do
Looked at her and killed her as a human.
my only issue with Edge Runners is all the people who it's honestly it's not a problem with Edge Runners. It's more a problem with a lot of the people that watched it and completely missed the point of the show. You know,
That it was
like
sad.
some
Yeah.
people being like dude. What David didn't have to die like that. It was bullshit, and it's like that's literally the point of Cyberpunk and Night City. That's the whole narrative. It's that nobody leaves. Not most people. You either die nobody, or you die and become a legend. Like there's no in
Mhm.
between in Night City. And I think
They
a
don't
lot of
talk about
people
them.
I think a lot of people completely missed that part.
They
Or
don't
you,
talk
or
about
you
them
do
though.
neither and just kind of like
Well, no, it's
know about.
well, it's. I mean, you don't need to talk about it for it to be made obvious. It's more of just it's more of a thing. It's like it's. But the other thing too is that in my opinion, Edge Runners was from the get go was more geared towards cyberpunk fans rather than
Mhm.
non-cyberpunk fans. But it got a lot of people into cyberpunk, but that's about it.
Well, alright, that's also my problem. So they don't. Okay, so that's the whole point of
It's
Night
the reason
City.
I bought. It's the reason I bought 2077. To be honest.
Hold on.
What?
The whole point of like Night City, like anytime something happens in Night City, a megacore comes up with a new invention. Well,
Mhm.
nobody really hears about it because it was top secret, and even when it was exposed, it became top secret again. And
Mhm.
then somebody, like, I don't know, gang violence, a whole gang war could erupt, and then nobody talks about it. The only thing that ever gets talked about for years on end is this guy did some amazing shit. They
Yeah,
did not
yeah,
do that with
exactly.
David. They did
No,
not do that with David.
they did though.
No, in the game.
Yeah, go to the afterlife. You can buy the David Martinez.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, you can get his.
I didn't know. I didn't know you could buy alcohol there. In fact,
Yeah,
Tequila with chile
you
chile on it.
didn't know you could buy alcohol at the
Holy
literal
shit.
fucking bar.
I was a cyber psycho. What do you mean?
Yeah. I think that whole narrative stems from like Cyberpunk's like roots in like tabletop gaming, because like in D&D and like Cyberpunk and shit, your character can like die. Your character can
Another
just die
thing,
like during like any like story or whatever that you're playing through, and then you have
another
to
thing I
make a
was
new
wrong
one.
about
Yeah,
was
we know you're pretty wrong about a lot of things. No, I'm kidding. Go
well,
ahead.
it was
Go ahead.
I was wrong that they weren't gonna like portray the Night City we know. Like I wasn't expecting them to actually put down shit I would recognize in the
No,
game.
yeah, dude, it was spot on.
It really
I, I,
was.
I
Except
think
I
I would have
would.
liked if they made something even more different and crazy looking.
Right down to the fucking trash bags in the apartment complex. Like I remember like it being that shitty, especially with the homeless people. And it was really everything. Uh,
Hmm.
it's somewhat of a relief that they didn't go through all of Night City. Like they didn't just go out into the fucking waste constantly. They didn't go to that little nice neighborhood that's like
Who's being
middle
messaged?
class. Yeah, they where you have to kill all the flamingos or whatever. Um,
I
yeah, you remember that?
Yeah.
remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It was nice to know that they didn't do all that bullshit just to entertain people.
Why would that be in there?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's good. That's good to know that they didn't put it in there.
Why would that be in there though?
Just, I don't know, just because
You're
somebody
fucking
really was
insane.
trying hard. I
This
don't know,
is the
dude.
strangest point you've ever said.
I said it's good. It wasn't there. Milk,
Yeah, but that's such a weird point.
monkey milk.
As if it was as if it would have been. It's like there
You
was a
know how
chance it would have been.
stupid things can go when companies are left to their own devices.
I don't think so. I think animation studios
I don't
are
think so.
more
I think Microsoft has done a great job with Windows 11.
no not an anim. I'm talking about animation studio, dude. What the hell are you talking
Well,
about?
it's anybody, dude. It's even animation, anything, even in
I
entertainment. They
think
can do something stupid, like when they fucked up Sonic and made him a meth head.
people who make cartoons are a bit more free and they care more about making something of quality for the most part.
Like when they put blackface on Shaggy.
Yeah, like when they make blackface Shaggy or like
No, they're
Jenkins,
actually
dude.
doing
they
that.
made Negro
They're actually
Annie
doing that.
They just
and
made Shaggy black. I don't know why people are saying they're black facing him.
That's
Jesus
like
blackface
Christ.
Shaggy.
he
It's
was
like,
all
dude,
okay.
it's like when people say like, "Oh, we talk about whitewashing, but we don't talk about blackwashing." That's not a fucking thing.
Shaggy
God
would definitely
damn.
be a type of guy to blackface. Let's admit it.
This
Shaggy
bro's a
would
fucking
Okay,
blackface.
stoner.
yes. I'm upset that they instead of okay that they blackface they it is blackfacing Shaggy that they blackface Shaggy instead of making a new black character that could be uh constantly with them even in a whole new series they could have adopted that black character into the game.
Hmm. Hmm.
That could have been a whole guy with his own personality, everything. No,
Okay.
they blackfaced Shaggy.
Dude, what,
Don't say it
honestly, in
like
my
that.
opinion, what is the harm? At least not calling it blackwashing, because then that'd be
They
stupid.
blackfaced
Dude, but no,
Shaggy.
well, I don't like the statement of they're black facing a character. It's because it's okay. I will say they are they're changing the character
Yeah, yeah,
is
yeah.
what I'm saying.
It
They're
is annoying, but also
they're
who cares?
making additions or creative decisions about
An established
a
character.
character. Yeah, they're just editing an established character, which they have every right to do. Like at the end of the
When they
day.
said
Yeah.
Velma was lesbian, I was like, yeah, I
Like,
have
well,
a crush on that cartoon character, but I can see it. I
They
can
have-
definitely
I mean,
see her being a
but
lesbian.
the other thing too though is that in the past has she been lesbian? She like
It was never obvious,
in previous but like in previous shows she has dated Shaggy
Velma?
in
Yes.
previous shows. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
like-
Velma's
just-
kind of bisexual. She's always
But see,
been
that's
kind of
what
bisexual.
that's what I'm
Maybe.
saying. The thing is that you don't have to. I feel like people want to cling to nostalgia, but then they don't actually use that nostalgia to their advantage. For example, people are like losing their minds because in a shitty live action remake of The Little Mermaid. Let's be honest, it's gonna be a shit. The film's not gonna be great.
Yeah, yeah.
None of the live action films have been great. Um, people are like, oh my god, they're changing the character. Just don't watch the film and just remember Ariel as how she originally did. You originally remember her,
Yeah.
and then guess what? You're happy. You're fine. You're not gonna die. Similar deal.
There's no
I'd say
problem
with Shaggy.
with updating like established characters to be like a little bit different, or whatever.
No, there's
But
nothing
it's
wrong
not a
with that
good
at all.
recipe for something that's gonna be good. Like for
No,
example,
no.
instead of just like instead of just taking Peter Parker, right, and then making him black, they didn't do that. They made
They
like
made
a whole
Miles
new
Morales.
character.
But Miles Morales is actually really dope.
Exactly.
So
That's why
don't
he's
talk
cool.
down on
And then-
him.
No, I'm talking
Another
up
thing-
of him. That's why he's cool because he's
Yeah,
not just
and-
a new Peter Parker. He's just a new character.
He's his own
altogether.
version. He's
Hey,
Harlem's
alright,
And that's why
Spider-Man.
he's cool.
He's Harlem's
Imagine
Spider-Man.
this.
Uh,
Imagine this. All right, new Black Shaggy talks exactly like Shaggy.
so
Smokes
what?
weed.
So
Black,
what?
you mean
No,
blackface Shaggy.
Hold on.
Oh yeah,
hold
evil blackface Shaggy.
on, hold on,
Racist.
hold on,
Okay, go ahead.
Racist Shaggy.
hold on.
Go ahead. We're just taking the piss.
I was gonna say smokes weed, but I mean we all kind of know Shaggy smokes weed.
Smokes weed,
Ayahuasca.
Yeah, he smokes weed, eats a lot.
He does drugs.
Yeah.
He's constantly scared and running.
Probably fucks his dog. To be honest.
Would it be racist if blackface Shaggy did crack? Wouldn't that be too far?
A little bit, in my opinion.
Imagine he does all that shit, but now he's black.
So what?
How?
That's kind of. I feel like that's kind of the point I'm trying to make too on some level though. He's the same dude, talks the same, acts the same. He's still Shaggy. He's just Shaggy black. He's
Okay,
still
Argus.
Shaggy though.
All right, Argus,
Shaggy
what if we
blackface.
made Blade white?
What if we made Blade white?
Yeah, how's that sound?
I'd be pissed.
It'd be
Yeah,
weird.
exactly.
Okay, hold on. The whole making
not
Blade.
Blade.
Hold up. You said if we make what you just did is kind of the equivalent to saying, what if we made the Black Panther white?
But he's white.
Okay, actually no, I wouldn't be mad because with Blade it's a little different, right?
Yeah, he's just a vampire
Blade's
hunter.
ethnicity is not an integral part of his character. Neither is Shaggy, which is why if you made Blade white, I wouldn't care. If you make Shaggy white, I don't care.
That
The
is
character's
such
still the same.
an
They just look
interesting
different.
idea.
Now,
That is- you're
for
so
example-
right, Argus.
Now,
What the
now
hell?
what I've heard a lot of people say is, what if we made Black Panther white? Right? Making Black Panther white, for example, makes no sense because
He's
T'Challa
African.
as a character, his ethnicity is integral to his character. He's an African guy. He's an African from
It's
a
like the
predominantly
fucked
black
up,
African
stupid
country.
Last
If you make
Samurai.
him white, you take away many
Hold on.
major components
I
of
got
his
something for that
character.
too.
You
I got
take
something
that
for
away.
too.
You take that away from Blade, doesn't change a thing. Take it away from Shaggy, doesn't change a thing.
Remember
Okay,
fucking
I got
Last
something for you
Samurai?
too.
That's a
Okay,
good
go ahead.
example of white facing something that should be integral to their race. You're fucking right, Argus. It doesn't matter changing a race of a character unless
Hold on,
it's
It's
hold on.
because at the end of the day, it's not integral to their character. Now, if it is, then there needs to be a discussion.
Yeah.
Hold on. All right. White Panther, and the reason for this is it's.
White
Now, hold on.
White
Let me say
Panther.
it. You have
Familiar.
to understand.
Okay, go ahead.
Africans,
Uh huh.
You know, the South Africans, they're albino, so it's White Panther. And
They're
South Poles
albi-
is-
They're albino.
Yes.
South Africans are not albino.
Yes, they are.
Who's up?
Nuh-uh.
Well, they're at least some sort of white.
Do you know? Yeah, many South Africans are of Dutch descent, and you've also got South African. Do you know what apartheid is? Just asking. Do you know what apartheid is?
Apartheid? I didn't hear you.
You don't
What'd
know-
say?
What the hell's
Do you know what
apartheid?
Do you know what apartheid? Both of you are idiots. Do you know what apartheid is?
What's don't fucking call me an idiot because I don't
Have you ever
understand a
taken a
word you're
history
using.
class? Everybody should know what apartheid is. It's like worse than
Apartheid?
apartheid.
I've never heard of such a word.
Do you know who Nelson Mandela is?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I feel like you should know. Look up apartheid. Integral part of history. Everybody should know about it. South Africans. If you made a Black Panther from South Africa, you could go either or because South Africans some of them are white and then some of them are black.
How
If
do
we're
you
talking
spell
about-
this? I don't know how to
If
spell
we're,
this.
so if we're talking apartheid, apartheid, apartheid.
Oh, that word.
Yeah. It's like
Appetite? Like when you're
sure.
hungry?
No, if you look up how bad apartheid was, just know
when you get really
Ronald
hungry.
Reagan praised apartheid. Said it was the said it was the greatest thing ever, and that America should adopt. Uh, so wait, what's your point? What were you saying, Bordelon? About
There's a
the
bunch of South African albinos,
But yeah, they're not albino, but
and then they have a stronger metal than vibranium.
I don't know if it's a new
It's
character.
called
What's the
white
problem?
asium.
I never
if it's
heard
a
of such a
if
this
it's
thing.
if it's a new character, what's the point? What's the problem?
See, there's no problem with there being a new character. In fact, it's even better with a new character. But now you just
Wait, are you saying that a White Panther would be better than a Black Panther because the
okay.
White
How about
Panther's a
this?
white
In
man?
this new
Is that what you're
game,
saying? Is that what you're
Mexican.
we get a Mexican Black, we get a Mexican Panther, we call him Brown Panther,
Yeah.
and his name is Edgar.
His name is
And he
Edgar
says-
Jose Gonzalez Venezuela.
and he says no quema. That's what he says. He says no quema.
No quema.
No quema, cuz. No quema.
His name
This
is
is probably the
Edgar
wor-
Jose Gonzalez Valenzuela. That's what his name is.
Oh, Consuelo.
All right, there's
Nice.
another controversy, and in fact, it was addressed by the main character's actor, Black James Bond, where executives were saying they wanted to make just James Bond just completely black.
Mhm.
They just wanted to make him black.
Is it
But-
same universe or separate one?
Same.
Or did they
universe,
not clarify?
Same universe.
Oh, okay.
But Daniel Craig said no, that's not. a
That
good
doesn't make
idea.
sense.
In fact, hold on. In fact, here's an even better idea. What if instead you introduce a new black person onto the set and you say that this person learned under James Bond and became the new James Bond for generations to come?
Or worked with James Bond, and they just turned it down.
Well, I mean, they turned the whole thing down completely because they
Yeah.
the black backlash from white
Well-
people, of course.
The whole thing with James Bond is once if they're making a separate universe, that's one thing. But if they're swapping out Daniel Craig's James Bond with just some random dude, that's just doesn't make sense because you can't pick up on the last film if the character and actor is completely changed. It's just
Yes.
chronologically doesn't make sense. Now
Right.
let's do what Daniel Craig wants to do because that sounds better. But I think the reason that studios did that or they attempted to do that mostly stems from the fact that studios are at the end of the day, movie companies, I feel like we can mostly agree, are total grifters. Like, let's be honest, they're grifters. They will go along with basically whatever most people collectively agree with, and they never operate in the interests of the groups that they're trying to appeal to. So in that instance, I feel like it's less of an instance of them trying to quote unquote blackwash a character, but rather them trying to introduce some level of inclusivity with little to no effort. Because just swapping out two characters, that takes no effort at all. But when you do what Daniel Craig wanted them to do, which is makes more sense, they're like, oh, but that's so much effort. We have to introduce this character. We have to give him a backstory, like all that stuff. I think it's mostly just low effort inclusivity in terms of characters, but that's just me. I
They
don't
actually
want
did a picture for him.
Mhm.
For who would be the new James Bond. And it wasn't a man. It was a black woman. And she was geared out.
James Bond is gonna be a lady?
no, they scrapped the
new
idea.
007 would be a lady.
Yeah,
and she learned from James Bond.
See,
himself.
that makes more sense. They should do that. That'd be dope as shit.
It's
You
gonna
know,
be Jane Bond.
Jane Bond.
She could be Julio
daughter
Bond.
of James Bond.
but like yeah, no. If they planned to just swap the two out, that's stupid.
Exactly.
But that's a very specific situation that I don't think is relevant.
What if we pink face SpongeBob?
I mean,
And yellow face.
Theoretically, you could probably make an argument to say that James Bond as a James Bond ethnicity is not an integral part of his character. But in that instance, I feel like James Bond, especially, it's different when it comes to live action film series like James Bond because you're talking about switching out Daniel Craig, such an iconic dude. I feel like we can all agree on that. He's so iconic, and they're like, yeah, let's get rid of Daniel Craig as James Bond and make a new James Bond in place in the same timeline, the same universe as our former James Bond and just play it off like
Mhm.
nothing happened.
So
I can
going
imagine a
back to
black James
Shaggy,
Bond.
going back to Shaggy, same universe. Character used to be white. Now he's just suddenly black the next day.
It's not that suddenly it's a
I
different universe.
I think it's too. I think what we're discussing. I mean, it could be that they did that. I'm almost guessing it's an entirely new show though, because I've seen it and I don't think it's a pre-existing show. I think they're making an entire new show with Shaggy being a black guy.
This fucking Rubik's Cube is making my head hurt.
Yeah. Oh. Your head's just exploding. The neurons are firing in his brain.
What if instead of him just being Black Shaggy,
They just made a new character.
Blackface Shaggy.
make a new character, not only just him, everybody else in the cast.
Have them kick Fred out of the group and make the new leader a black guy. Because Fred sucks. We all hate him.
Fred sucks.
Not even a mystery solving dog, it's a cat.
See, that's a whole new show, though. That's a whole new show. So what's the problem?
But if they still call it, what if instead of calling
Mystery
Scooby-Doo, they call it Mystery Inc. Mystery Solved, and then
Why would they have to change that?
That's a whole. That's a whole new show.
Scooby-Doo died. Scooby-Doo died. Obviously, he's
No.
gone.
Mystery Inc. has nothing to do with Scooby Doo. That's just the dog.
You know, I think. Honestly, it's a lot of spin-offs these days. Is it a spin-off?
It might be, yeah.
Yeah, if it's just a
Yeah,
spin-off,
'cause I
then
know
it's no different than Miles
If
Morales.
it's a spin-off, then then it's no different. But I mean, Miles Morales isn't a spin-off though. He's a whole. I mean, I think it could be that they also tried. I would believe that they honestly tried to make Miles Morales. I think at first they intended to be a spin-off, and then they were like, "Holy shit, Miles Morales is like kicking ass. You know what? Maybe we should field him as a main character in like, you know, all this different shit." Though they hoed the fuck out of Miles Morales in the Miles Morales Spider-Man game. I will admit.
But Miles Morales being a spin-off is not bad. Like, it's like Spider-Gwen.
No,
she's
no.
fucking sick. But
Yeah, and hot.
She's a spin-off.
True.
Don't
I
say
don't know,
that
Miles
she's hot because the
you make this
creator's
spin-off,
gonna
and
yell
then
at
they
you.
get more episodes later,
Miles
or more different series, like the original Mystery Gang.
Mm-hmm.
So what about that? Instead of just making this one character black,
We make him white.
But again, I think this is a whole new show we're talking about, though.
yeah, it
I think-
would be the same sort of universe.
What if they were
Yeah,
all
but that's what I'm saying.
Korean?
That's what I'm
about
saying.
that?
It's a whole new show. With the amount of Scooby Doo I watched growing up, I was able to know. I learned that a lot when you went from show to show. It was set in a complete. It's like DC's whack ass alternate timelines. You know, it's complete. It's in a completely separate universe. All of them are all. I mean, some of them, but all of the shows, generally speaking, are contained in different universes.
Yep.
So in this instance, it would be no different.
Even the movies.
Sorry, go ahead.
Even the movies are different.
Yes.
Different universes.
Now that we're mentioning it, I just realized I don't think I've seen that many black people on Scooby Doo.
There's plenty of black people in Scooby. What are you talking about?
Oh man.
Have you?
Yeah,
do you remember?
they're actually usually the ones in the costumes. They're usually the criminals.
No, there's
No, they're
what?
not.
There's a lot of black
They're
people in
old, rich
Scooby Doo.
I was completely joking.
My niece
I
used to watch
really don't
Scooby Doo.
remember.
She'd watch that shit every day, and I'd come in and sit in. I'm like, I don't really like Scooby Doo when I leave.
No, I'm
I remember Native Americans, Asians. I remember.
Oh, Native Americans got fucked hard on Scooby Doo.
Yeah. I remember Mexicans. I don't remember a single black guy.
I think I remember. I think I remember in like hold on a sec. Now I'm gonna have Scooby Doo in my fucking search history.
Scooby Doo, where are
Black
you? I'm so fucking horny.
Cause shut up. I remember there was I remember there was another Scooby Doo show, and it was a little bit more. I don't know. It was a little bit more gritty. I don't remember which it was, but I think I remember like they
Oh.
worked for some like mysterious guy. I think he was black. He was black.
They changed Scooby Doo into like a German Shepherd, and he would bite Jewish people into Auschwitz. I
Oh,
believe.
oh my god.
And they were discovering where lost Jews were. They were capturing them.
What's the thumb of the mystery? The camera pans towards Scooby as the German Shepherd, so him going Scooby Dooby Doo. He just goes, "Jackson!"
Yeah, there was like that scene where like Fred walks
Jawohl, jawohl,
into
jawohl.
into like a milk farmer's like house, and he's like, "Can I have a glass of milk?" And they start speaking in English so that the Jews don't understand him. And then he's like,
It's like
"Are
they-
there Jews under your floorboards now?" And the guy's like crying, and, and nods. Remember that? And then and then Fred pretends to leave the house and just calls a bunch of German soldiers in, or soldiers in, and they
Jesus
just
Christ.
start fucking dumping bullets into the floorboards, killing all these
Oh
Jews.
my god, bro.
And then
What the
this
fuck are you-
Jewish girl named Shoshana, she runs away into the fields, and they keep missing. And he's like, Arewa, Shoshana, you don't remember that?
How far in are we?
That was Inglorious Bastards. That was from the.
Yeah, I was about to say. How long into the episode are we?
I'd say
usually
that's
don't
where.
ask that.
I'd say after that, that's all it. That's the
That's all it?
podcast. The podcast will
Whoa.
never be continued because Bordelon.
Yep,
pissed
it's
me
over.
off.
It's over. Last episode. It's over.
Bye everybody.
Happy anniversary!
Bye everybody.
See you guys next week.